Hello guys, welcome to RS Code Labs. Today we are discussing about inheritance in Java. Inheritance allows a class to acquire properties and methods from another class, which means it is the process of acquiring properties and behavior from parent class to child class. Here parent class means which gives properties and behaviors to other class is known as parent class. Parent class is also known as superclass. Child class means which takes properties and behavior from parent class. It is also known as subclass. And the main advantage of inheritance is code reusability, and it improves the readability and maintainability of the code, and method overriding. Extends keyword is used to inherit a class. Okay. Types of inheritance in Java: single inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, multiple inheritance, and hybrid inheritance. Note: Note: Java does not support multiple inheritance with classes to avoid ambiguity. It is only achieved through interfaces. Okay. Single inheritance. A child class inherits from a single parent class, which means the process of acquiring properties and behavior from one parent class to one child class. Here, inheritance is in single level, so it is single level inheritance. Now we define a superclass. Class name is animal, and we create a method. Method name is eat, and implementing this method. Again, we are defining a child class which inherits the parent class with the help of extends keyword. As we discussed, we can achieve inheritance with the help of extends keyword. Again, we are defining a method and we are implementing this method. Inside the main method, we are creating an object of dog class. So here we are call the eat method, which is inherited from the animal class. It is inherited from the animal class. Again, so since dog extends animal class, it can use this method without redefined it. Okay. Dog.bark method. It calls the bark method, which is defined in the dog class itself. So the output it returns: this animal eats food and dogs barks. Multi-level inheritance. A child class inherits from a parent class and another class inherits from the child class. This forms a chain of inheritance, which means a superclass having multiple subclasses in multi-level is known as multi-level inheritance. In multi-level inheritance, superclass will give properties and behavior to one subclass. Okay. And again subclass gives properties and behavior to another subclass. In multi-level inheritance, first subclass acts like superclass as well as subclass. Here, example for multi-level inheritance. Here we are creating a superclass. Class name is anyone, and we are defining a method. We are implementing this method. Again, we are creating a subclass. Class name is dog, and we are inheriting the parent class. Okay. Again, we are defining a method. Method name is bark. We are implementing this method. Again, we are creating a subclass. Class name is puppy, which inherits the parent class. Again, we are defining a method and implementing the method inside the main method, which means it executes the code of the program. Here we are creating an object for subclass puppy.eat. It calls the eat method, which is inherited from the animal class. Puppy.bark. It calls the bark method, which is inherited from the dog class. Puppy.weep. It calls the weep method, which is defined in the puppy class itself, So the output it returns: this animal eats food. Sorry, and dogs barks, and puppy weeps. Hierarchical inheritance. Multiple child classes inherit from a single parent class, which means it is the process of acquiring properties and behavior from one parent class to multiple child classes. And all the multiple child classes should be present in same level. So it is known as hierarchical inheritance. Example for hierarchical inheritance. Here we are creating a parent class. Class name is animal, and we are defining a method eat. We are implementing this method. Again we are creating a subclass. Class name is dog, which inherits from the parent class, and we define a method bark, which is implemented. And again we are creating a one more subclass which is inherited from the parent class, and again we define a method meow, and again we are implementing this method. So coming to the main method, which means it starts the execution of the program. Okay, here we are creating an object for dog class, and here we can call eat eat method, which is inherited from the animal class, and again we are called bark method, which is defined in the dog class itself. Again we are creating an object for cat class. Here we are calling the eat method, which is inherited in the animal class. Again we are called the meow method, which is defined in the cat class itself. Okay, and here you can observe dog and cat are separate child classes of animal, so both inherit the eat method from the animal. Each child class has its own unique method. One for bark for dog and other one is meow for cat. Okay. So it returns the output like this.
Multiple inheritance in Java. Multiple inheritance means a class inherit from more than one parent class, which means acquiring properties and behavior from multiple superclass to single subclass. Java does not support multiple inheritance with class to avoid ambiguity problems. However, Java allows multiple inheritance using interfaces. Example for multiple inheritance. Here we are creating a class A and define a method A. We are implementing this method. And again we are creating a class B and we are defining a method B along with implementation. Here class C extends class A and B. So class C extends both A as well as class B. Therefore, it has two immediate superclasses. Okay. Since class C has two immediate superclasses, there will be a confusion to call which superclass constructor first. This is known as ambiguity problem, which is nothing but diamond problem. So it will throw an compile time error. And the next one is hybrid inheritance in Java. Hybrid inheritance is the combination of more than one type of inheritance, which means combination of two or more inheritance is known as hybrid inheritance. In Java, hybrid inheritance is achieved using interfaces and classes because Java does not support multiple inheritance with classes directly.